morning. It
And
is Feng Shui Friday, and we are all in alignment with Anita and Cheryl.
Cheryl.
Hola.
Woohoo. International best-selling author, by the way. Just, gotta have that shout out there.
I think you are too, if I recall correctly.
I know, but isn't that fun when you hear it? You kind of go,
yes.
what? I'm an international best-selling
cool.
author?
And you know what? I am part of another compilation book that is about to launch. Whoops. So maybe it'll be two-time international best-selling author here shortly. Stay tuned for that.
Maybe.
It's called Blue Talks. It's a special edition. And guess who wrote the foreword in it?
I don't know.
Marie Diamond.
What?
Yeah, Marie Diamond.
Cool.
From the secret Feng Shui master herself, Dame
Wow,
as
wow,
well.
wow. That's very cool.
Very cool. Hey, so you'll hear more about that in the upcoming days.
Okay.
So anyway, stay tuned.
Yeah, so we have the first Friday of the month always is the Oracle card reading. Wow. And so we're just waiting for a few more people to join us. So Danielle is here, and Danielle, I think, wants to be a recipient today because she said, yay, I have Friday off. I have today off. Oh,
pick me.
Oh my gosh. Okay, a bunch of cards just jumped when I said your name. So I guess I'm doing a reading for you.
Yep.
So
and we always get the cards, we get our inspiration, we get our ideas at our conversation from the Feng Shui Personal Paradise card deck. Tara Catherine Collins, woman extraordinaire, and a friend, and the founder of the Western School of Feng Shui. And I just have to put in a little plug here because this incredible woman over here, my partner, amazing, and a dear, dear, dear friend. Yeah, I'm talking about you with the green glasses.
I was like, what? I don't see anybody.
She is the only person certified in Canada to teach the Western School of Feng Shui's program, and she has the certification class coming up in September. Is that correct?
September in Red Deer, Alberta.
Yeah. So if you've ever thought of adding Feng Shui to your toolkit, because I tell you what, it comes in handy in a multitude of ways throughout your life because you're learning so much about energy. And okay, I don't know who I'm doing a card reading for, but I've had 3 cards come out already today, so I'm just going to quit shuffling. Anyway, back to the certification. It is coming up in September in Red Deer, Alberta. Put a comment in the section if that's something you're interested in. Anita, this one over here, will get you the details of what's all involved in it.
Yeah, and I think the little clarification on that too might be that I actually facilitate the Western School of Feng Shui curriculum. So, it's already set out. There's guidelines set out by the Western School of Feng Shui. And you know what? I'm just merely the conduit that is helping to deliver that information.
You say merely, but Anita, you have so many years of wisdom and knowledge behind that merely. You don't give yourself enough credit. And I'm just going to smack your hands right there. Stand in your power, girlfriend. You got 20 plus years of experience. Hello. That's not mere.
In this lifetime.
In this lifetime. Yeah, that's not a mere. All right. So did we have anybody else joining us and commenting that they wanted a reading this morning?
Let's see. Who else? Yeah, let me just go zip down for the comments here. Okay, Karen is here. Karen Abler Carrasco is joining us, and she is
Karen.
Now Karen is one of the extraordinary instructors for the Western School of Feng Shui. And when you come to Red Deer, Alberta, and take the certification training with me, you're going to see all kinds of training videos with Karen on them, and
You're gonna
she
feel like
is
you know Karen.
amazing. Yes, we love Karen.
One of the interesting videos that has stuck in my head since I did my certification a while ago, just dawned on me how long ago that was already. Karen was out in her garden and she didn't realize at the moment that where she was working was part of her, I think it was fame and recognition area, or it was career, one of the two. Anyway, she'd just get started working in the garden and her phone would ring. So she'd go back into the house and answer the phone, and it was a consultation. Yay. She'd go back out into the garden and Mother Gaia, hands in there, weeding and doing whatever. The phone would ring and she'd go back into the house and it was another consultation. And she put the 2 and 2 together, that she was doing all this work and opening up the flow of energy in that area. And it was instantly manifesting business.
And it was happening like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was so cool.
Oh, she said that was her helpful people in travel.
Oh, is that what the area was? Okay.
Her helpful people.
I just remember the story that she and I can picture it. I can just, so, because I'm a gardener, so I can see just getting into it and the phone ringing and going, really?
Yep.
I love this.
Yeah, you know, Feng Shui is amazing, and really it's energy, right?
Yeah.
It's energy, the unseen forces meeting the seen forces, and how does that, you know, interconnect and relate to our lives? And
exactly,
when you start to look with your Feng Shui eyes, right, and start to see things through a different view, then you have those beautiful aha moments. And then you know that you can intentionally start to shift the energy to create different results. So how cool is that?
It is.
Okay, so I'm going to do a card reading, oracle card reading for Danielle. And anybody else that's joining us live right now, if you want to put your hand up, then Cheryl will do a oracle card reading for you. Yeah, because we only do this once a month. It's kind of fun.
Or if not, the cards that came out were for the group. Maybe they were for the collective. I don't know.
Okay, well, we'll see.
We'll see.
See if anybody else raises their hand. And because I know you always have to, Cheryl is an amazing channel as well. Good morning, Paula. And so Cheryl steps into channel while I, you know, talk about whatever.
So okay, what cards do you have for Danielle?
Danielle. So I'm going to do a reading for Danielle. And there were a whole bunch of cards. Oh, look at that. Carrie put her hand up. So okay. Yeah, if somebody else wants to put their hand up, that's fine too, because, you know, we can probably do a couple. Okay, so Danielle, I don't know you personally, I don't think. Maybe we do. Anyways, 3 cards came jumping out of the deck here this morning. I'm just going to write them down as well.
You can tell me them at the same time.
So 21, dining room. 11, water features, and number 4, crystals. Ooh. Okay, so you know what? Let's start with the water features, right? So the water feature card, of course, Feng Shui is wind and water, showing us that tangible aspect of life and those things that we can feel and touch. And when we look, you know, through our Feng Shui eyes and we look at Mother Nature and we look at what she does with water, and we see that beautiful flowing river, stream, and the water always finds a way, no matter what obstacle might be there. The water is going to go this way and that way. And then, you know, the water blesses the shores, blesses the earth, as the earth is its container. And on the shores, we see these beautiful plants growing, and we are nurturing the animals. And, you know, there's all of these blessings that come from water. And of course, you know, we ourselves as human beings are 80% water, as is the Earth's surface. So water is obviously very, very important. So I think maybe this card came up for you today, Danielle, as a reminder to be like water. Be like water. Go with the flow. if you are currently having an obstacle in your way, or, you know, a challenge. So again, when we're looking at through our feng shui eyes in nature, and we see, you know, there's a big boulder in the way, what does water do? You know, water doesn't go up and over it, try to climb it, and oh, right? Water just says, oh, there's another way around. I'm going to go this way. And so sometimes in life we get stuck on, you know, that big, whatever it is, that big thing that comes and blocks our path, or so we think, but it really is there to give us direction, to look over here, to look in a different way, that there is maybe another pathway of least resistance. So that is what I'm picking up for you today for that card for water. The other card that came out was crystals. And crystals are so important. We use them in feng shui as energetic cures or enhancements sometimes, right? But again, when we look to nature and we say, okay, where does the crystal come from and what does the crystal do? And one of the crystals, I'm just going to grab mine really quickly here. One of the crystals that we use very often and recommend is the clear quartz crystal in feng shui. And so the crystals have, you know, they've been here for a millennium, 100 million years, I don't know, a long time. And they have incredible powers. And so they're able to transmute energy, right? They're able to receive, and they're like a little transmitter. So you can actually take a clear quartz crystal and hold it in your hand, and you can intentionally infuse it with the energy, you know, whatever it is that you're intending, and then you can plant this crystal. Quite often, Cheryl and I, and Karen that's joining us live this morning, you know, we recommend these to our clients in feng shui to help anchor and support that unseen energy, so that we have this beautiful flow of energy around our property, our home. So crystal energy. Also, it may be, I have a feeling that the crystal energy card for you today, Danielle, is about being grounded. And really, again, because, you know, we plant these, we ground these to help us transmute energy. And so again, when we're feeling that imbalance in our personal energy, going out into nature, putting your feet on the ground helps to bring that energy up from Mother Earth and to release, you know, those positive ions. So we're grabbing negative ions from Mother Earth and releasing those positive ones. So that's what I'm thinking, picking up for you. The third card was dining room. And so, of course, what do we do in a dining room? That's where we nourish our body. So these three cards really are about, you know, nourishing your mind, your body, and your soul, right? So being intentional about the foods that you're eating, what you're putting in there. Is the dining room space in your home inviting, right? Does it have, you know, clear access all the way around it? Or, you know, is it inviting people to flow around the table? Or, you know, do you have your table shoved up against a wall and a whole bunch of stuff in one corner, and maybe there's only room for one or two people to actually sit down there and eat the meal? So again, looking through your feng shui eyes and looking at that dining room space to say, is it for dining? Or quite often we've seen that people use that space or that area for something else. It becomes a catch-all. So we're going to invite you today to go with the flow, right? Be like water, ground yourself, and see what nourishment is coming through in your home in the way of dining room. How can you nourish your mind, body, soul? Okay, I need a drink of coffee. And then Cheryl. And of course, did that resonate with you, Danielle? Is that something that's going on for you today, right now? I don't know. And of course, Cheryl might have some extra comments to add to that as she is going to do something for Carrie.
Yes, indeed, dearest. There's always something more to be added to that. Dearest Danielle, you take everything too seriously. And as the Anita said, just go with the flow. There is no point in strengthening a muscle that you don't necessarily wish to have. Sometimes it is just easier to put your hands up, walk away, grab a glass of water, and go sit down. That may have come up recently for you. Anyway, dearest Anita, her cards also totaled a 9. We can touch on that in a little bit. But for the carry, interestingly enough, you and this vessel are friends for a long time. So it makes perfect sense now why, as she is preparing, cards are coming out. She had cards before she knew who the cards were for, which is quite interesting. And the first one that came out is the number 23 card, the kitchen. As Anita had already talked about, the nourishment for the body starts with where you're working at and what you're working on in the kitchen. The second card that came out is the number 1 card, animals. Their nourishment, the love that they bring that feeds your soul, is also a huge part of your journey, dearest. Not new to this vessel. The third card that came out is windows and doors, which is the number 4D card, 40. Excuse us. We have the 1, 2, 3, 4 in this card series. Interesting. Series of events, series of numbers, numerology, series of how you go and flow through your day. Where do you start your series in each day, dearest Carrie? Is it in the kitchen pondering? Is it snuggling with the animals? Is it looking out of windows and doors and looking forward? All of these are the perfect beginning for your day. The question remains, what state are you in? What emotional vibrational state are you in all of these scenarios? When you awake and you go to the kitchen first, for instance, is your first thought on gratitude for the options? Or is it frustration, overwhelm, angst? The same can be said for starting your day with the pet, with the animals. Is it on appreciation and gratitude and joy for what they bring into your life? Or is it duty? Have to? Placing them ahead of yourself? What is your state of frequency, of energy, dearest? Maybe your day starts with looking out a window. Is that window blocked by a covering? Or are you allowing that peace, that tranquility to flow to you and through you? Are you looking out something that has been damaged or broken and it's got cracks throughout? Or maybe there is some residue or dirt that needs to be cleared and cleaned. So your view now, looking out, is of appreciation and delight and freedom and opportunity. These two speak often of putting on the Feng Shui energetic eyes. And this is what we are recommending for you, dearest Carrie. How are you starting your day? What are you opening those beautiful gifts to? For that sets the stage for the energy of the day. Yes. Now the Carrie's cards totaled a 10, which is brilliant because that is new beginnings, dearest. And you are on the precipice of new beginnings.
Awesome. And, you know, we also had Karen that said she wanted a card reading today, too, if we had time. And so we're going to make time. And so I just was shuffling the deck and 3 cards flew out. And so we're going to ask the vessel if she wants to chime in on this as well.
Absolutely.
And the 3 cards that came out for Karen, card number 1, which is animals. Card number 41, which is secondary entrances, and card number 10, which is sound makers. And so,
interestingly, before you start, what we found of significance in all of that, just to begin with, and this is where we're piping in. We normally do not interrupt. But you've got the 1, the 41, and the 10. That is a 111. And today is a 777. Karen, the numbers showing up for you, we are trying to get your attention, and you know this, but maybe it has been pushed to the background. But we do wish to read what our friend Adrain says about the 111 very quickly. When you add another digit, 111, that means there is an instant snapshot of your thoughts. When you begin seeing 111, please, oh, please pay attention to your thoughts. They are instantly placed into action. Dearest Karen, your thoughts. And we leave it to you to look up the 777, for we know that the amazing Anita 7 is significant. Yes?
And, you know, Karen, when we look at the number 7, right, like this, hey, Brad, welcome, come on in. So the number 7 is like, imagine that you're the Olympic diver, right? So you're climbing up the ladder and you're going to the platform and you're getting ready to springboard and dive off. But you know what? Something's holding you back and you're just a little bit, it's like, holy moly, it's pretty high up here. It's kind of scary. I don't know if I'm ready to jump off, but whew, guess what? The universe has your back and the springboard. We're just ready. And those cards that came up for you, Karen, secondary entrances, sound makers, animals. And I mean, Karen, I mean, I'm just honored to have be able to read cards for you, because you are a Feng Shui goddess extraordinaire, trainer, teacher, beautiful light being. your words that you write are always written so eloquently and beautifully. You channel, you do all of these things. But guess what? The sound maker is saying, hello, Karen, we have to tell people, right? So, yeah, so it's about, hello, here I am, this is what I do. And, I think that, possibly it's time for you to climb up that ladder and jump off the springboard and just see what happens. Because then we have the secondary entrance card that comes up that says, there's opportunity that's been knocking and waiting for you, and it's not what you think, right? And I think, it could be just knowing you. It could be, something in that way of taking that channeling that you do and stepping into offering something different in the way of maybe space clearing with the home, or again, bringing the feng shui into it. But there's something that's been knocking on the door for you. It's a secondary entrance and secondary income as well, right? Maybe you've been toying with the idea of doing your own online program, something where people could just click and pay and download a beautiful video. And we have had you on a guest with our clutter clearing program students, and they absolutely loved your wisdom in space clearing and clearing that stagnant energy in the home. So it might be something like that. And then, the other card that came up for you, Karen, was the animal card. And we know that animals, as an animal lover, I have a dog, Cheryl has a dog, and they bring us love, right? Unconditional love into the home. So I don't know if you have an animal, maybe you have a cat. Cats are amazing. They're always trying to get our attention. They actually help to clear the energy with their purring, and they go around our feet in a figure eight. Ooh, there's a clue. So there might be something in this card for you connected to unconditional love. So you will know what that is. So that's what I got, and I'm happy. And look at, she says, go right on. Yay. I'm glad that, well, you know what? You can't make this stuff up, right? Spirit, energy, we're all connected. So when we set the intention and say, Spirit, what is it that Karen needs to know today? Then it comes up.
It is not just what is it that Karen needs to know today, but who did you greet that joined you moments after you started speaking about the Karen and secondary entrances and secondary opportunities and other things that can flow into your life. As you said, Anita, there are no coincidences, only synchronicities. And dearest Karen, with the 111 on a 777 day, dearest, take note. Brad, please meet Karen. Karen, please meet Brad. Your cosmic connectors have done their job for this day. We love you all, dearest beings of light. Namaste.
Yes, absolutely. And Karen, fresh path forward. Oh, thank you, Carrie, for the comments. And yeah, so Brad is joining us from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And Brad has a very, very,
Powerful.
I want to say
Powerful.
influential. Yeah, influential popped out of my head. Powerful podcast called Empowerography. So Brad only brings women on his show, women who are making a difference in the world, women who are doing heart-centered businesses, women who are, just out there in the world sharing their great gifts and love
Empowering.
and helping us to shift the collective consciousness. And so Brad, I mean, he just has a beautiful soul. Cheryl and I, resonated with his energy immediately. And again, no coincidence that we were brought together on an online platform. We've never met in person.
Yeah.
But you know what? That said, the connection that we have, it's amazing. So yeah, Brad.
So
Brad,
I know we've gone over a little bit,
Mhm.
Anita, but this is a hugely important day energetically speaking,
Yeah.
because this is the 7th day of the 7th month of a 7-year. So the 777, and I'm just gonna, my usual book, the triple digit 777 acknowledges that you are indeed on your divine path. It recognizes that spiritual awareness and the physical analytical world are, in fact, one and the same. I'll leave the rest up to you guys. Double digitology, Marilyn and Joy.
Well, and I love that they 111 and the 777, they go 888, right? It all adds up to 888.
Yep.
So we know what that means, right? That 8 is about ebb and flow, and it's taking us, and Danielle, this might be true for you. This might be true for you, Karen, right? Where the 8, and again, it shows us that beautiful flow that happens in nature. And so, we're up here, and then sometimes we just have a little dip, but we're always, it's okay, because we always are going to come out of that dip. And then we're going to, circle back around and do this gentle ebb and flow. And so sometimes we have to recognize that those challenges, Danielle, are coming in to us and not happening to us, but for us. And that maybe we needed that little dip. We needed that little cradle to have a little rest, to rejuvenate, so we could go back up and then, move our energy. So anyways, that's all I got today.
Love it. Well, thank you all for joining us. We love comments, appreciation. Of course, you can watch all of our episodes, All in Alignment, here on Facebook, as well as our YouTube channel, All in Alignment. And do we want to tease a little bit about our event coming up?
Of course we do. Yeah.
Hello. So we have been working. Oh, and we're so excited because it's actually not work. We had so much fun yesterday between my yard and the kitchen, back and forth, creating. We're in that creative zone of an experiential event coming up here in Red Deer, live and in person. Write your date down, October 21st and 22nd this year.
And the event is presented by All in Alignment, and the event is going to be called
Power of an Unstoppable Woman.
Wow.
You're gonna want to set the state. Feel that. Feel the energy of that.
Just that word, right? Unstoppable woman. Are you an unstoppable woman? Do you know any unstoppable woman? And just that word, it just gives you energy, like, I'm going to claim that.
Yeah. And we want you to claim that. So claim those dates, put them in your calendar right now, because you're not going to want to miss this. I'm just telling you.